Hello everybody. So today I'm feeling creative. I figured it's been a while since I've tapped into my creative side. And so I'm gonna paint. Just a disclaimer, I'm not a professional by any means. Just to make that clear, I don't expect Picasso or Van Gogh, you know, I'm just a girl with a dream. Okay? Right, so I do have some equipment with me. Let me pull the camera down so you can see what I've got. Okay, so as you can see, I do have some stuff. Here are some of my acrylic paints, as well as these sort of bigger bottles, which are a mess. And I've got some watercolors here. And I've got this for water, and my painting board, and a piece of paper. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just gonna follow my soul, because that always ends well. I'm thinking maybe something a little Parisian, something a bit French, you know? Maybe something to do with music. You know what it is? I just need to start. I just need to do it. I want it to be nighttime. Nighttime in Paris. She started. This could also turn out absolutely awful. I kind of forgot how therapeutic painting is. Whether or not my art is actually good is another thing. I don't know, there's something about France that I just love so much. Like the culture, the language, the history. I've been to Paris, I've been to Biarritz, which is in the south of France. Literally one of the most beautiful places. South of France is unreal. Fun fact, my family is actually French speaking. Growing up, I used to love this movie called Madeleine, which is based in Paris. I wanted to be Madeleine so bad. I just thought she was so cool. I don't know, maybe I'll do a year out in France or something. She's working late, 'cause she's a painter. Oh my gosh, I'm getting old. Oh, my feet. Why is it getting harder and harder for me to like sit on the ground these days? It's quite scary. I'm thinking a silhouette of a person. A silhouette is like dark, so we're talking like black. Okay, so I've obviously decided that this is going to be entirely watercolor because the acrylics are staring at me like, hello. Let's give her some boobies. I love a lot of musicals. I recently went to go and see MJ the musical. Really and truly, it was amazing. It was an incredible show. I do like some of the songs in Wicked. Defying Gravity. It is just such a good song. I've always loved it, but when I heard Cynthia Erivo's version, I said, yep, definitely in my top 5 musical songs of all time. And her voice, hello. It's ridiculous. God knew not to give me a voice like that, because if I did, I would never stop singing. God said, girl, because you won't know how to act. And nobody in all of us, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring It absolutely amazes me that there are children on this earth that don't know High School Musical. I worked in a secondary school for 2 years, and it amazed me that I was talking to, 14, 15, 16-year-olds that had never watched High School Musical. For me, it's such a fundamental part of my childhood. I think that was when I knew I was getting old. But now, when I look back at High School Musical, I'm like, hang on a second. Gabriella, she's a bit of a pick-me. Like, do you not think? Those of you that understand, she's a bit of a pick-me. Like, all Sharpay was doing was trying to like help Troy follow his dreams. Because obviously Sharpay had contacts. She was like willing to help him network, ready to support him and his endeavors for the future. And Gabriella's all, I'm gonna go my own way. Sending poor Troy into like a state of anguish, and now he can no longer focus on his dreams because his girl's gone and that's all he can think about, and Sharpay's just there like, sorry Gabriella that Sharpay knows people who know people. What do you expect to do for the rest of your life? Like flipping run around in a field throwing strawberries and singing? So do us a favor and stop making this about you. Honestly, justice for Sharpay. That's a woman who knows what she wants. That's a woman who knows what she's doing, bro. High School Musical to me when I was younger was the most realistic thing ever. I was like, I can't wait to go into secondary school, high school, and just like be with my friends and like stick to the stuff you know. I was 8. 7. Like, my poor boy just wants to make creme brulee and his homeboys are like, no, 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 no. Whoa, is it really that bad? No, 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 no. My Spotify Wrapped was so funny last year, 2024. It was literally just the weirdest mix of like artists and like songs. So we had lots of Michael Jackson, lots of Donnie McClurkin, and also lots of Avril Lavigne. I don't know how they all, I don't know. I don't know why. Like, it was just all over the place. Like, there wasn't one genre. Who is your favorite Jonas brother? Mine was always Joe Jonas. Everyone loved Nick. For those of you that don't know, I do live in London. There are many aspects of London that I do absolutely love, but also parts where I'm like, get me far away from here, you know? As with any city. And I've been living here since 2020. And boy, let me tell you, so I moved here middle of 2020. So like, literally during the pandemic. And I grew up in a really sort of like small city where like not a lot is going on. And so while all my friends were sort of going off to uni and living their lives, I was still sort of stuck in the city. If anything, the pandemic sort of like pushed me to leave the city because I was just so unbelievably bored of where I was and just over it. And so I was like, right, time for change, I'm done. All my school friends have left, everyone's leaving the nest, I have no reason to stay here anymore. So some friends from my uni at the time reached out to me and they were like, hey, we are looking for a housemate to move in with us, because I guess word spread that Anita Kagenza wants to move to the capital. So I was like, yeah, sure. And then they were like, great, we're thinking of moving in 2 weeks. Want to come? I was like, oh, 2 weeks as in 14 days from now. And they were like, yeah. I said, aight. So I did. I packed my bags. However, let's remember that we're in the middle of a pandemic. So I moved to London and I can't flipping leave my house. So I'm stuck in this very beautiful apartment with 2 people that I've basically just met. London is a city where there are lots of things to do, lots of opportunities, loads of people to meet. And there's anything I love in this life, it's making friends. And so for the next maybe like 2-3 months, I'm just sort of stuck here. Probably even more miserable because I'm actually away from my family. I was like, this is the worst decision I've ever made. And then finally, when we were actually allowed to leave our homes again, I jumped at everything. Everything, any event, any occasion, I was there. Before you'd even finish your sentence, oh hey, do you want to come to? I'm there. Hey, me and my friends are going to this place. Do you want to? I'm there. Hey, I'm going to the toilet. Do you want? I'm there. Hey, I'm just gonna take the bins out. I'm there. At that point, I'd lost my mind. I was like, just get me anywhere but my house. Let me out. Let me out. I love to do stuff, whether it's like a jazz bar or it's like, you know, some kind of theatre show, or I've been to some pottery classes, you know, live gigs. At one point, I was even going to acting classes just for the fun of it. I even got an agent. Arcades. No, it's nice. It's nice. Oh, it's so nice. I don't think it looks good. It's fantastic. Ooh, where were you? That's what you guys are going to be saying when you see this painting. I think I'm going to leave that for today. That was a lot. That was a lot. I'm quite tired. There we go. So she's reading a book with a coffee and like some bottles or something, and there's a chair and a guitar next to her that could do with a lot of work, with like some picture frames and a light, and it's nighttime. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Yikes. And if you have any favourite artists, do tell me. I could do with some inspiration. Alright, love you all. Bye.